Sup guys, today we're going to be taking a first look at some gameplay from NodusFall. It's a new Hoyoverse game that feels like Monster Hunter and Elden Ring had a bit of a weeb baby, and it looks really cool. So right off the bat, this was one of the games at Gamescom that I thought looked really hype. Like, I enjoy... God, the animations look so crisp. I enjoy a Monster Hunter style game. I like the grind of fighting these giant bosses and building really cool equipment. So I'm curious to see what Hoyoverse's spin on this will be. Looks like some really heavy, chunky attacks. That first dude, he was like targeting the tail, so I'm curious if you're able to like knock off monster parts like in Monster Hunter. That dude just flew from the air. I think he dismounted the dragon. That's pretty dope. But it looks like a lot of parrying and dodging like in a Monster Hunter or Elden Ring game. Looks like you got some casters. This chick just transformed into a giant wolf. This giant greatsword looks dope. When it comes to these games, I'm kind of weird. I like to either go with a giant greatsword or go with like a dual blade setup where you just do a ton of fast attacks. I find that to be really satisfying. I don't find the ranged combat to be super satisfying, so I'm curious if it might feel better in NodusFall. But the animations look really good. I see where Hoyo's money has been going, because the game itself looks really clean. This chick just transformed into like a freaking demon chick or something. That's pretty cool. She's like machine gunning spells right there. Now it looks like you could work in parties of 4, which is pretty cool. I really want some more multiplayer from my Hoyo games. Damn! Alright, we got a little bit more calm, casual exploration here. I'm curious how the world itself is handled. I figure they have like an open world hub that you're able to travel around and gather and stuff, but once you get to boss fights, I'm wondering if it's more instanced. I figure these whole open worlds are actually instanced though, and you could go into them with groups. This dude's got a coffin on his back. Chill. There's some Elden Ring vibes right there though. That NPC looks crazy. It's a blacksmith style dude. They'll help you with crafting. This looks like it's like the hub where you gather and craft your equipment and everything. Looks like you're able to chill in a hot spring with the gang. That's where they're going to be making their money. That's where you want to take the characters, of course.
Whence came the first entanglement? None living may now tell. In its way,
gosh, this looks so sick. Look at the freaking waves in this video. That's insane.
Weaving calamity.
That dragon looks awesome. And up in the corner, wait, let's run that back. Let me move my head over here, over to the mountains. So up in that top left corner, look at that giant calamity. Like smoke monster. It looks like it's possessing the dragon.
The silken paths, malice took root. 10 suns rose on high. And so, as spoken of old, the weavers came forth. Yet spoke not the cause.
I mean, it feels like Hoyoverse is cooking up something new here. The action in this game looks awesome.
And all must rise anew.
I'm really curious how story is going to be handled though, because if you've played an Elden Ring game, if you've played Dark Souls, those games are, like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, like Elden Ring, they all have really incredible lore and story that you could delve into if you go out of your way to find it, but it's not really spoon-fed to you like a Honkai Star Rail or Genshin Impact, where you have to sit through hours of cutscenes, which I don't mind being spoon-fed my story. I don't mind it. So I'd be really happy to see a little bit of spoon feeding, like treat me like a 4-year-old, not a newborn. Let me feed myself a little bit, but feed me some of the story with some cool cutscenes and characters. That would really set it apart for me if it's like a Souls-like.
Still, the wounds of old remain.
Damn, how would you even fight that dude? I'm super curious how
held against the chaos.
I'm super curious if they will do a character creator and do like unlockable cosmetics that you could purchase, or if they're going to go the route of having like specific classes be characters in of themselves that you're able to either do gacha for or purchase outright. I'm curious how progression with the characters themselves is going to look, other than killing big monsters and getting better equipment. Such a different style than I'm used to seeing from Hoyo.
And you'd still not quench a millennium of hatred.
Damn, that looks fire. This is definitely a game that I'm going to check out on release. It's not the standard gacha fare. She looks awesome.
The flames of rebellion.
I gotta beat Elden Ring before this comes out.
Here it is not oaths, but lies. Keep things whole.
The combat animations just look good though. Honestly, I would be happy if this is like Hoyo's big like buy to play game and you could pay money outright to get the full game, and then if they want to make it a live service game, like do expansions and stuff, I'd be really curious to see if they would do something like that personally. The dragon freaking laser beam looks so cool, the black and white there. What the hell? This dude he spears this dude, and then the dragon lights it ablaze. This is not your Genshin Impact Honkai Star Rail like clone coming.
At last, ye did unveil the divine power ye had stolen.
This looks like a legit serious game. So we got a healer there, a healer reviving the party. God, this looks insane. Like that little sequence there, like this little sequence here looks super like cinematic and like it's scripted. So I'm curious if there's like story scripting in the fights or something. But the two party members like grabbed that spear and impaled this dude. That's crazy. Yeah, this looks awesome. I'm super curious though. I want to know, for a game like this, what kind of class or weapon type would you aim to use? I'm probably going to be like a greatsword dude. I like a greatsword, I like a longsword, and I like a little dual blade spinning around doing tons of damage. That's kind of the play style that I like to go for. I'll definitely try out ranged to see how it feels. Specifically, the more mage classes look like a lot of fun. It looks like there'll be like a more supporty, like healer type mage class, and there's probably going to be like a summoner type. That might be more of like the hunter with the bow and summoning in beasts. And of course, like a mage that just does damage and like destruction. Like that seems like a super fun class to play in a game like this, especially if you got your party mobbing on the main boss and then you're casting spells in the back, just farming DPS on the dudes. That seems crazy awesome. Let me know down in the comments below what kind of class you would go for. Like the video if you had a good time watching with me, and if you're looking forward to NodusFall, and subscribe for future gacha and other gaming content. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Peace.